What's up? Welcome back to West Seattle Bowl. It's Ben back with you here to take my first look at the new Rockstar Amped from Roto Grip. So this is the sequel to the first Rockstar that came out earlier this year. That one was a solid. This one is a pearl. So this one has the brand new Nano Star Pearl cover. I'm gonna see how this performs. House shot, mildly broken in. I threw half a dozen shots with the Equinox solid on it, so it's still pretty fresh. All right, so right out the gate, this one actually set up in the middle of the lane a little better than I would have expected for a shiny, medium, symmetrical ball on a fresh house shot. So chamois time, let's get the soil off. Kind of reading the middle of the lane is a hallmark for me that I look for, because for me, I don't want any shiny pearl ball to miss the middle. Yeah, it's a little better. Smooth, a little one-in-one. It has a smooth shape, as expected. The first solid Rockstar was pretty smooth too. So much so that it instantly became one of my favorite kind of medium, slightly stronger balls. That's sort of phase 2 equivalent. So is this sort of like a shiny pearl phase? I don't know yet. Let's find out. It's got some juice down lane. It's a good sign. Means it's not too smooth. But yeah, the solid original Rockstar, instant classic for me. Don't get me wrong, I like the phase 2, and I know the rest of the world loves the phase 2. I think the Rockstar, especially when stuff starts to get a little more difficult, has found a much more matched up spot for me. We're tripping all the garbage today. But yeah, the Rockstar just sort of seems to have the weight block shape that I like a little more. It's a little earlier, a little smoother. So because of that, I'm kind of anticipating this one. Wondering, is this the logical step down? So far, it's looking really good. Let's make a little more of an adjustment, and I think we got it. Nothing to trip. Maybe a 9, looking to overstay its welcome. So far so good. It's still smooth off the spot down lane. And I do see the phases of it rolling, going from that spin hook roll to be a little earlier, which I do like. You know, the reason I like a ball that rolls like that is because it's not so anxiety inducing. You don't have to wait so long to find out if things are happening the right way. Having things a little closer to me allows me to make reads a little better, but also just keeps things a little safer, I think. Let's move another 2 left, open it up a little bit. Yeah, there was 2 left, and I kind of missed maybe about a board or so in. So it's in that fresh oil. This is a shiny pearl ball. Had no problem dealing with it. All right, so brought along a couple comparisons just to kind of show you what the Amped really is. Because when it comes down to a cleaner meaning it's getting to the front part of the lane easy. The traction, the friction isn't happening as close to you. It's a little further down the lane. When it comes time for a ball like that, my go-to option lately definitely has been the Ion Pro Solid. So let's see what this is doing. Yeah, so there, and you can kind of see on that one, pretty smooth of a shape down lane, something I prefer. It did kind of get to the pocket a little weaker, I think, than the Amped did a shot before that. But I guess that tracks. This is a weaker core. Spins up quick, but doesn't flare a whole lot. It's sort of the nature of the Ion Pro. It's not very asymmetrical, just a little bit of a kick, but square up just a little bit, it should be just about right. Yeah, so somewhere right about there is where I'm typically going to use the Ion Pro Solid, at least here on our house shot. Now I don't tend to take this ball out until the lane is quite a bit more developed. Developed, or transition, simply just means the lanes don't have as much oil, or what oil the lanes did have is moving. It's going through transition. So think game 2, game 3 of your normal nightly league. That's when this ball rolls pretty good. It's pretty fresh out here, so this probably wouldn't be my #1 pick, but it is kind of showing the differences between this and the amp. That was a terrible shot, but this ball does a really good job of masking those errors, kind of just getting there. So when you throw a good shot, it rewards you. When you throw a bad shot, it covers for you. Definitely a candidate for me for one of my balls of the year. We'll see, it's coming up soon. We'll throw one more with the Ion Pro Solid, and then we'll swap to another one you might be considering when it comes to a ball in this sort of category. Ion Pro Solid. Definitely one of the best balls that I feel like I've been able to match up with in quite a while. It just needs that right situation. So if you bowl at a house that's a little older, more friction on the lanes, really good choice. You bowl with people that hook the whole lane, burn it up pretty quick, really good choice. Or you just need something when the lanes start to hook a little more than you'd like. It's game 2, game 3, excellent choice. Here's another one you might be considering. This is the Gremlin from Roto Grip. So another cleaner option in the Roto Grip line. This and the amped. This one has a much stronger core though. Let's see what we got. Some similarities. So it seems like quite a number of people are really liking the Gremlin lately. And that tracks. It's the type of ball that a lot of people like to see. It looks gorgeous, it gets down with ease, corner as well. For me though, the Gremlin has been a little forward at the end of the lane. That's just me though. So, in all transparency, I drilled another one. This one has a layout, numbers on the screen, that's a little more reflective of what I like to put on stuff like this. Yeah, so this one definitely isn't as forward down the lane as my first Gremlin was. So lesson learned. And what was the layout of the first Gremlin? Well, honestly, it was a little stronger. So I think what it was doing was the weight block was sort of going through its phases a little prematurely, ending at the back of the lane where it was just rolling out a little bit for me. And I don't often put a layout like that on an asymmetrical ball, but I just felt like trying something new. I think I might have even mentioned that in the video that we did. So far, this is rolling way better drilled this way, so good to know. Yeah, this one isn't rolling forward at all. So, lesson learned, if anybody ever tells you that layouts don't matter, look elsewhere. Because while they're not the most influential variable when it comes to a bowling ball, the player and the way they roll it being the predominant variable, cover and cover prep being the second variable, layouts still right under that can affect ball roll for sure. Throw one or two more and then we'll wrap up with the amped. You know, to be honest, I wasn't using this ball a lot, at least here, just because of that first layout that I put on it, just because something was a little off. Now I'm seeing what people are liking about this ball. This ball is awesome. All right, throw one more, then back to the Rockstar amps. You know, you'll see with this ball, even though this rolls through the pins a lot better for me than the first Gremlin I did, it's still pretty rounded in the back. And so then do you see kind of why I chose these two comparisons? Cleaner, kind of rounder down lane. That was a terrible shot, throw it out the window. But because this new layout for me rolls through the pins a little better, it got there, didn't leave some 5-pin or whatever. All right, so let's wrap up with the amps. So far, what am I seeing? I'm seeing you got some options. I'm seeing the Gremlin as being the strongest of the three, the Ion Solid being the weakest. This is probably the Mama Bear. Yeah, I think I'd see this as the Mama Bear. I think I might also see that the cover is getting it to slow down a little bit earlier than the other two, which I think the biggest surprise to me about that is in comparison with the Ion Solid. Ion Solid having the TX16 cover, so that's the phase 2 cover, which still even almost 10 years later is a strong cover. But this, and even its pearl incantation, it's slowing it down a little better. So I like that. Yeah, it is exactly a pearl Rockstar. So easy conversion for you if you already have a Rockstar, or you're looking for a pearl version of something that has that Rockstar shape, that sort of benchmark, smooth, predictable shape. The amp is going to be exactly that for you, so pretty good. Think of this as a ball that just as you're getting to the end of the night and you just need something to get you through a little bit longer, this one is perfect. It hits really hard too. So that's the Rockstar amp. Pretty impressed with this one. I think it's an easy ball to fit into your bag. League, tournament, ball like this also matches up with a wide variety of bowling styles. So is this one for you? Probably. So go take a look. That's all I got for this one. We'll see you in the next one.